Hello everyone, in today's video we will be looking at Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Clone Wars from the Vintage Collection. Okay, so here's the case here, and I quite like this image on there. Obviously the Anakin one was from Revenge of the Sith with bits added on. I think this is all new, and I think it's just his head is sort of superimposed on there because yeah, there's something off about it. There's something off about both of them, but it still looks good. I quite like what they've done, or what they've tried to do. I think that looks, I quite like it. I think it looks okay. There's sort of a lot to take in there. There's some clones in the background. I'm guessing he's on maybe Geonosis. And then you've got the gunships in the background, the name pill and everything. Here's the back, rest of the line, VC103. And there's the figure itself, which even side by side, when you're looking at the picture of him, I think the hair is maybe a bit too dark on this. It seems to change on, like, I've got quite a few Obi-Wan figures and his hair seems to change in all of them. So it might be a bit dark. I think the beard especially is probably a little bit too dark. But I'm liking that detail on the armor so far. And yeah, unlike the Anakin figure, I can see already that there is a place to put the lightsaber there on put the lightsaber hilt on his belt, which is cool because I didn't realize until I was sort of halfway through looking at the Anakin one that one didn't have that, which is strange. But yeah, I'm gonna get on, open this up, and take a closer look. So here he is off of the card, and he's looking pretty awesome. I like all this battle damage and dirt and weathering and everything else. It looks pretty cool. The face there, he's looking very serious. Again, not sure. There's another colour, a lighter, sort of more accurate colour, I think, in the hair. Maybe that needed to be a bit more prominent. But yeah, pretty good detail. I'm not that's not too bad, I don't think. And then solid paintwork everywhere else around the back. This soft goods tasset is much better than the Anakin one, I think. That one wasn't too bad, but it was very big and sort of billowy, if that makes sense. Whereas this is tucked in quite nice. It looks very good. Yeah, and there is the place for the lightsaber hilt, which is by there. Nice bit of detail on that. And then his actual lightsaber. So yeah, initial impressions, he's quite good. Stiff articulation. Oh, that goes, yeah, so that goes under there, under that shoulder, which is nice, because it didn't on the Anakin one, or at least it didn't feel like it did. It felt very stiff when I tried to do that, but that goes under there quite nice. You know, standard articulation from, you know, that time of figures, so nothing too crazy on that front. So yeah, we'll go and get him set up and talk a little bit more about him. Okay, so some final thoughts on this figure. I'm happy with it. I think it looks very good. There's a lot of detail in there. Some things aren't spot on with it, but mainly the face sculpt. But everything else, I like what they've done with it. I think it looks good. Obviously, this figure has been out for, well, originally it's been out for sort of 10 plus years now. I don't know the exact time frame. But this one in particular, like the re-release, it's about 3 years old now. On both occasions, I didn't get the figure. I wasn't able to. I wasn't collecting at the time. I sort of was in a break collecting the first time around when it came out. And then a few years ago, I just had to sort of manage what figures I could get, which ones I couldn't. And unfortunately, this one, Anakin and Ahsoka, just didn't make my list because I've wanted them. I've always wanted them for years now, but I just had to prioritize other figures that were coming out. So now I finally got around to getting these guys, and yeah, they're good. They are a bit dated in some ways to more recent figures, but I think if you bear that in mind when you get the figure, then it's still a great figure, I think. There is a lot of detail in there. I think I prefer this one to the Anakin one, but I do like the Anakin one as well. And at the end of the day, they're all going to look pretty cool on my little Clone Wars section where I've got all those figures, so I can finally add these to it. And another little thing I kind of noticed and wanted to point out was, as you can see side by side here, that burst on the lightsaber that I mentioned on the Anakin figure isn't on the Obi-Wan figure. The lightsaber on the Obi-Wan figure seems more up to date, like a lot of the other lightsabers are, whereas on Anakin's it's like a burst. So that's strange, considering they're both from, obviously they're like repacks from the same kind of era or age or time ago, whatever you want to say it. So it's strange. Maybe that was a turning point when they stopped doing that, if you know the answer to that. Like why that's the case, why one is like a burst. I know Anakin came first and then Obi-Wan. So maybe that's it. But yeah, just thought that was a bit of a weird thing. And they're both kind of different colours. Anakin's is a bit lighter, Obi-Wan's is a bit darker. So yeah, some differences there, which aren't anything major really. So yeah, there's not much else to say on this figure that hasn't already been said, because like I said, it's just an older one that I thought I would do a video on because I finally added it to my collection. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. And let me know your thoughts below. I'm always happy to hear everyone's thoughts. And of course you can follow me on other social medias as well if that is something you're interested in. And yeah, just thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.